Is 31. We are joined this morning by our guest, Lynn Williams, who do you own, operate? What is it, the recycling center?
Recycle. I work for the county.
Oh, you work for the county. I'm with you. Okay, so the county owns it.
The county owns it.
All right. So that's the recycling center here in Princeton, Kentucky. What's the address over there?
400 Egan Road.
400 Egan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so talk to me about the recycling center here. I did not know there was one. Just kind of happened to run across it, and I said, let's talk about that.
Well, the recycling center for the county is, we're not like a lot of recycle centers. We don't actually buy anything. Everything we do is free to the public. We do more of a household type recycling. We recycle anything from laundry detergent bottles to water bottles, anything like number one and number two plastic that you can flex. We will take some things that's a little heavier than that if it's flexible, because everything we do has to go through a baler. As far as plastics, we can't take anything like 5-gallon buckets, the yard furniture. This real hard stuff, because it won't go through a baler or anything. We do any type of paper, whether it be books, notebooks, junk mail, newspapers, office paper, shredded paper, any paper product, anything in cardboard. We do any kind of cardboard. We do your steel cans, your aluminum cans, and things of that nature. Like I say, we don't buy anything. We do take scrap metal, anything from appliances to a piece of steel, anything you want to get rid of. Now, we don't buy it, but we will take it. We do electronics. At one time, I worked with a company who would come and pick them up for free, but they have sold out, and I can't find anybody that will pick up anything for free anymore. So we do have a small charge to take and accept electronics, as far as TVs, computers, cell phones, anything that's electronic. You know, there's some things I can't take, and I understand that they are some type of electronic, but some things have so little of electronic in them that nobody wants them, such as some vacuum cleaners. There's really nothing in them. They're more plastic than they are, some household items such as that. But as far as any type of household electronic, whether it be a business or household type, we do accept electronics and things. We do work with the city as far as whenever the city does their leaf cleanup. They bring all their leaves to us, and we make compost out of it. We sell that in the spring. Normally it would be ready around April, somewhere in that neighborhood. We sell that. We get $15 for a backhoe bucket, and it will be a full bucket. A normal backhoe bucket will almost fill up a standard pickup truck, and we get $15 for that, or we'll do $10 for a skid steer bucket and things. And so we do a lot. We do the county road cleanup. If you see these people that walk up and down the road cleaning up all these county roads, we do that. We're in charge of that. We get a grant every year through the state to do that. I have a crew that's been working with me for about 3 years now, so I keep the same crew. And until somebody quits me, I'm not in the process of hiring right now. I've got a pretty good crew. They do a good job. At that time, any dump sites they see or anything they see that's thrown off the road, we pick them up. That's part of our job. We do clean up dump sites and things. So, if the public will let me know where they're at, we'll get them cleaned up. I check periodically some places that I know are regular places that people dump things, but I can't always find everything in the county. Mm-hmm. And so, I do need the county's help to let me know if they see anything on their road or in their area and things of that nature. So that's pretty much what we do. As far as being a county facility, the county owns the property. The county owns everything there. We work in a 9-county region. We're on a regional recycle. Everything that we do, we send to the prison farm at Ediville, the women's correctional facility. They do all our baling, and they sell it. Then they get a percentage of the money. Then the other percentage goes to the regional, and then the regional splits that between 9 counties. And so it's not there's money in it, but you know, you got to kind of to keep all the money in the county, you would have to have your own baler, your own baling facility, and things. But right now we're in a regional. The county does pay for everything, all the upkeep. The county pays us a salary. We work for the county, but everything that we get, every trailer we own, every piece of equipment we own that is there is bought through grants and things like that. So it's not like the county is buying everything. You know, I put in grants every year to get whatever we feel like we need, whatever we can use. So therefore, the state funds everything that we do. And, you know, as far as getting like these recycle trailers we have, you know, all of them was bought through grants. All the equipment we have, everything that is there at the recycle center was bought through a grant. A lot of people thinks that the county's putting a lot of money in it. Really, the county's only putting in our salary and the upkeep and things of that nature. You know, so it's really not that big a cost on the county, considering what people think it is.
Sure. Mm-hmm. How did the recycling center get started here in Princeton?
Oh, that was about 20 years ago. I really couldn't tell you exactly how.
Before your time,
that was
huh?
Before my time. That was a little.
It's been there ever
late.
Since you've been there, huh?
I've been there for this will be 7 years I've been there.
Okay.
But I am the first full-time coordinator. Used to most everything they done there was part-time.
What does your job entail? Like, what are you responsible for?
I oversee the recycle center is my job. See that all the trailers get moved and hauled off. I oversee all the county road cleanup, illegal dump sites. You know, if somebody dumps on your property, it don't necessarily have to be, you know, on the road, but if somebody dumps on your property, I oversee that. You know, is my biggest job, you know, as far as what I do. I pretty much make the decision on what we need. You know, as far as equipment and things of that nature, I'm the one that goes out and makes sure all county roads get cleaned up through our grant. You know, I pretty much oversee about all of it.
Make sure everything keeps running and keeps
make sure
going.
Everything runs like it should.
Now, if we want to, you know, recycle our household items, is there drop-off time? Is there do you pick things up?
We're
how does that
open
work?
Monday through Friday from 7 to 3:30. We're going to start this week. We're going to start trying to be open on Saturday from 10 to 2, and see how that works out. You know, at one time we was open on Saturday, and Saturday was kind of a hit and miss. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not against being open on Saturday, but you know, a lot of days you was there and you didn't do anything. You know, very little. Some days you was there and you was busy. You know, but it was more of a you never knew. You know, I mean, so in a way, it was better for us to turn around. But at that time, also, we was only open 3 days a week. When I first came there, we was only open on Monday and Wednesday and a half a day Saturday. So I checked into it, and I felt like that it would be better if we was just open 5 days and put a trailer out front for the weekend crew, you know, to use. So when we wasn't open them 2 days, it seemed to work out. I understand that we have people that says they pull up there and the trailer's full. Well, see, that's kind of the same as the same incidents as we had on Saturday. We may set it out this week, and there may not be hardly anything in it when we come in on Monday. We may set it out, and somebody may come up and fill it up on Friday. You know, so we really can't mandate exactly how much we're going to get, you know, because some trailers we have put out 3 weekends in a row, you know, and sometimes it may be running over and stuff stacked around it when we get there. So that's what I say. Saturday's kind of, you know, either or.
So there is an option, though, if no one's at the facility, there is an option.
Yeah, we do keep a trailer out front if the facility's closed, you know, and things. Now there are times that things come up and we may have to leave to go clean up something for an hour or two or whatever, and we may have to push the gate too. But we always put a sign on the door that, or on the gate that we would be back, but that don't happen very often. It's only 2 of us that work there. It's me and Kenneth Freeman. He's there full time, and we're the only 2 that takes care of everything. A lot of people think that, that when they call, we ought to be able to jump on it right then. But with 2 people, it's hard to mandate everything that needs to be done sometimes. So sometimes you have to be a little patient, and we do it as quick as we can, and try to get to it as soon as we can. But with just 2 people and having to keep the center open and things, a lot of times that slows us down on what needs to be done in the county.
Sure, gotcha. And if we bring things to drop off household items, do we need to make sure we separate them? Is there...
Yes, we have a different trailer for different items.
Okay.
We have a trailer strictly just for plastic. We have a trailer strictly just for paper. We have a trailer strictly just for your cardboard and things of that nature. We have one trailer that is strictly just steel and aluminum cans. As far as mixed, you can mix your steel and aluminum cans, and you can separate your plastic and your paper and your cardboard. And it makes it a lot simpler. And the thing about it is we're a little different than some recycle centers. A lot of recycle centers are just open to the public, and you just pull up there and throw it in a trailer. We try to mandate ours, get the most that we can get in a trailer. So therefore, we stack all of our cardboard instead of just piling it in. We stack it up. Normally, if we send out a load of cardboard, it'll weigh anywhere between 20 and 27,000 pounds. Our paper weigh 19 to 20,000 pounds. Plastic, it fluctuates. You can't actually stack plastic. You can't stack bottles and jugs. So it'll be anywhere from probably 12 to 14,000, somewhere in that neighborhood, a little more, a little less. Our steel cans, we put them on a smaller trailer. So there's usually, maybe 900 pounds or so that we carry, whenever we have all that unloaded. But yeah, it does make a difference, and it's a lot easier on you and us too if you separate it and put it all in there, because if it's separated, that means that we can get you unloaded, get you out, and get you gone, in a shorter length of time. So it works for both of us. It makes it simple on both of us. And then, if somebody's not there, or we're busy or something, and you unload it yourself, it's just simple for you to just walk in there and lay it in a trailer, and it's already separated. We do ask that if you have a big thing of cardboard, say a truckload or whatever, we ask that you break it down if at all possible, or possibly take the smaller stuff and put it in a bigger box, and that way if it's broke down, it's very simple to get it unloaded. Because if you don't break it down, that means we got to break it down to put it up. And but it makes it easy on you and me both.
Sure. You were talking about that you go check the dump sites and clean up the dump sites. And Jeff Sims, of course, one of our magistrates here, he had a Facebook post, and I don't know if this is something that just did on his own, or if he's involved with you, but he and his brother, looks like they went out and cleaned out one of the dump sites out on D.R. Adams Road. Yep. And I'm assuming they just took that upon themselves to help out. He brought me a picture of that, and he brought it to me on Friday. And like I say, there's only 2 of us there, and one person can't handle a couch by themselves most of the time. And the guy that helps me had to be off 2 days. So therefore, he didn't get back till Wednesday, and we was real busy on Wednesday. So therefore, it was Thursday and Friday before we got to it, and he took it upon himself to go ahead. And it wasn't that we was putting it off or trying to keep from it. Sometimes we have things that come up that we can't get it. You may tell me Monday, and it might be next Monday before I can get to it. Sure.
It's not that we're putting anybody off or we're trying to keep from doing our job. It's that, sometimes things happen, when you only have 2 people.
Absolutely. Well, so that was good of Jeff to take it upon himself then to help with that cleanup. And if we can get more citizens to help out.
Oh, yeah.
And fewer to actually dump. I don't really understand that. I don't understand why people why someone would dump their stuff at the side of the road. I don't comprehend that.
I don't understand.
I mean, I guess part of it is money. They maybe they can't afford to take it to the dump. I don't know. But at any case, if we have fewer people using unauthorized dump sites and more people chipping in to help the two of you,
oh yeah,
then maybe we could see a big difference.
Yeah, and it's not near as bad as it used to be.
That's good.
I mean, a lot of people
Glad to
said
hear that.
when I first came here, we had a lot of issues with dump sites, a lot of them, and the county road department has worked with me on cleaning up some. They have worked with me on doing things on the right of way where people, to kind of deter people from dumping in them areas, and things. So it's not like that we're not trying to get it picked up or we're not trying to get things done. It's a process. And if you've ever dealt with the public, you understand that sometimes, you can't stay ahead. Mm-hmm. And that's what I say. People don't understand how big Caldwell County is. Caldwell County is a big county. We've got a lot of roads in Caldwell County. And I hear people say, well, that's been laying there for so long, but I can drive all over this county and it still don't mean that I can't miss something. Mm-hmm. And if the public don't let me know or somebody lets me know, a lot of times, yeah, it will lay there longer than probably what it should. But we do our best to mandate it and to make time to get it all cleaned up, as it comes in and as we find out about it, but sometimes our hands is kind of tied on what we can do and what we can, and how quick we can get it done.
Absolutely. Now, if we find an illegal dump site, how can we get a hold of you? What's the best way to let you know?
You can call the county recycle. The number's 270-365-5199, and that is a cell phone. A lot of people think it's just a phone there at the office, but we do not have an office phone. That is a cell phone. I keep it with me majority of the time. If you see something, if you have something there, if you'll call and let me know. Also, the procedure is that if somebody dumps on you and you find a name in it or you find a piece of mail in it, you can turn it into the sheriff's department.
And that was going to be one of my questions as well. What are there repercussions? If
they can be fined up to $500, or they can be forced to clean it up.
Which they should be anyway. In my opinion, if you're caught, you
agree.
Just have to clean it up. But
that's the procedure. If you find something, or if I find something in it, we turn the names in at the sheriff's office, mm-hmm. and then they can take it up from there, and after that it's out of my hands. And
sure.
if they can't make a decision on how it's to be handled, or if they can't find a witness or some way to prove or something, that they can make this person clean it up or fine them, then a lot of times it's up to me to go get it cleaned up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people say, well, there's a dump site. Well, you got to understand, one couch is not a dump site. It's
okay.
Dumping, don't get me wrong. It's dumping, and it could start a dump site.
Okay.
But by state regulations, a dump site is a place that is full of trash.
Okay.
Full of trash. But a lot of people think, well, there's a dump site. Well, yeah, if you got a bag of trash or a couple of bags of trash or a piece of furniture or something, yes, it's a start. But to be actually classified as a dump site, see, if we've got major dump sites that's off the side of the road or anything, we can put in grants to get them cleaned up. But we can't put in a grant to clean up one couch mm-hmm. or one chair or things like that. It's got to be a large capacity. When I first came here, we had a large dump site on Needmore Road. They had got a grant to clean it up. Well, it was 5 dump truck loads.
Wow.
Now, see, that's a dump site.
Yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with education. A lot of people are not educated on recycling, and they're not educated on the difference between somebody dumping and an actual dump site, you know.
So with recycling, are there items you cannot accept? Like, I mean, so for instance, you know, couches, chairs, those are the common things that you see dumped.
Anything like that I cannot accept. It is
Right.
not recyclable
Okay.
because you can't send it. There's as far as recycle, it's got to be something that you can
Actually recycle.
reuse, that you can put back into production, that you can either make something else out of it, or you can use it for the same purpose that it was used for in the very beginning. That's the purpose of recycling. Furniture, they do not take it and rebuild it, you know, and things like that. So as far as furniture and like I say, this real hard plastic, there's a market somewhat for that real hard plastic, but we don't have a market for it in this area. So there's some things that are recyclable that we can't take. Say Walmart's bags. I have a big issue with Walmart bags. And I understand they're plastic, and I understand they are recyclable. But the company we work with and the people we work with do not want them.
Wow.
Because they have no market for it. And the problem is as far as a market on thin plastic like that, is the companies you deal with whenever you bale it, they want a big bale, a 72-inch bale by 3 foot wide. That bale will weigh anywhere from 400 pound or up. You know, it could weigh 600 or 700 pound. Well, as they told me, I could fill my trailer up completely. I could fill a 53-foot semi-trailer completely full of Walmart sacks, and they wouldn't get a bale.
Wow.
Because of what the supplier has to deliver, you know, because that's what they want. So therefore, we don't really take them. You know, now we take them if you put plastic in them or you put your paper in them or whatever, we will take them that way. We will accept them. But as far as just taking the bag and sheet plastic and stuff like that themselves, we don't have a market for it. But Walmart does have a market for it. Walmart has a box out front where they will take all that because they recycle it themselves, you know. So there is a way to get rid of it. Right. You know, and things. But there are certain things that, because of being a small recycle center and being a small area, some of the things we can accept and some that we can't.
What do you do with the, you know, furniture and things that you can't take that you go clean up off these dump sites? What do you do?
We take it to Freedom Waste.
Okay.
Or, well, they're not Freedom Waste anymore.
Okay.
But we take it to them through their contract. Anything that the county picks up, anything that the county finds on the side of the road that is considered litter or dumped or whatever, the transfer station does not charge us to bring it.
Gotcha.
And things, and that's the same way with whenever we do our litter cleanup. All these bags that you see sitting on the side of the road, when we pick them up, they all go to Freedom Waste. Okay. Because we're not going to sort them. We're not able and don't have the manpower to sort.
I got you. Well, Lynn, I sure do appreciate you coming in. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the conversation before we?
If there's anything we can do for anybody in the county, if they'll let us know, you know, and I appreciate everything that the county does for us. I mean, we have good people. I mean, there's a lot of people that lets us know whenever there is something in the county. There's a lot of people that come to our recycle center that really enjoy it and really do a good job. We've got a couple of guys in our county that people don't even know what they do, and they go to a lot of businesses right here in the county and pick up all their cardboard and bring it to us. You know, they don't have to do that, but they take it upon themselves to do that. And you know, there's a lot of things in this county we can do, but the county has to help us. You know, we get a lot of slack on that we're not doing this or we're not doing that. Well, it's not that we're not doing it sometimes, it's that we don't know, you know. And I understand that people think that we should know everything that goes on, but there's some things we can't do without help. But like I say, the majority of the county are really good about letting us know, letting us keep up with what's going on. They're really nice whenever our people are out cleaning up the roads on hot days. You'll be surprised the people that bring them tea, bring them water. Some people's even brought their dinner to them. So wow, you know, so there's a lot going on, and there's a lot more we can do. There's a lot more grants we can put in for. We can grow. You know, eventually it's going to come to the point that the state wants to go to a curbside recycling. And some of the bigger towns are getting that, are beginning to get that. And so eventually we can get it here. But we got to be prepared to get it. So, you know, we all got to work together to get to that level. And there's going to be changes, and there's going to be other things we can do. But we're big enough now that we could go anywhere from here. I mean, we can upgrade from here, and we have the facility, we have the ground, you know, we have the opportunity to get the grants. We've got since I've been there in the last 3 years, we've got well over $100,000 in grants, and so you know, it's out there, you know, if you want to use it.
And yeah, we need to use it. We need to keep the county clean and keep our whole earth clean. You know, it's the whole purpose of recycling, right? All right, one more time with the address we can take things to and the phone number.
Address is 400 Egan Street in Princeton. It's right in the middle of Princeton. If you know where the old railroad used to be, that's where we're at, where the big grain bins are. Our phone number is 270-365-5199.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning, Lynn. Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.